What is up, YouTube? My name is Amamba, and today I'm going to be talking about recoil control, and this is something that a lot of you guys have been asking for on the stream. So finally, here I am at 2 a.m. in the morning making this video. So I'm going to be talking about three things mainly. One is when to spray, second is where to aim when you spray, and the third thing is a map called Recoil Master, because that is how I learned how to control my recoil and how to learn, this is where I learned all the spray patterns of different weapons. It's a pretty sweet map, but nonetheless, let's get the first thing out of the way, that is when to spray. Now I'm going to talk about three things again in this. That is going to be three different ranges: long range, medium range, and short range. Now long range would be anything from here to the triple box. This is long range. This is where you don't want to spray because it's really difficult to control your spray and your spread. Especially you can control the vertical recoil, but you can't control the spread. So the spread is when you shoot and your bullet goes left to right. That is the spread. And vertical recoil is fairly simple to control. You just have to pull down. So that's not really an issue. So this is long range. Medium range would be anything from this wall to the triple box again. So this is where you could spray. Again, depends on the situation and how comfortable you are with the goon weapon in your hand. So for me, I would probably choose to spray with any weapon I had. I'm okay with the M4, AK, FMAS, or the Galil. Galil not so much. I still need to practice it a bit. I used to be pretty decent, but right now I've forgotten because I never really used it in the past few years. But nonetheless, this is when you could probably spray. So you go in and you control the recoil, you control the spread as well. So you see a couple of bullets went on the left. So it still depends. So I've not really practiced this a lot at this stage. But again, the point is, you don't really have to control the rest of the bullets. You should be able to get the pick in the first 8 bullets itself, so in the vertical phase. So this is where you should be able to get the pick. This is where you should be able to get the drop. You don't really have to focus on the entire spread. And the reason why I say this is because if you can't kill him in the first 8 bullets or the first 6 bullets, you're gonna die anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Focus really hard on the first 8 bullets and try and hit the shot. And close range is anywhere from here to right in the face, and this is where you could go crazy with this place. Now the second thing I'm going to talk about is where to aim. This is especially important when you talk about the CD side, and I think I just got a message, but nonetheless, this is really important on the CD side, because imagine this is one of the off angles I talked about, and this is one of my favorite off angles on pugs, especially if I'm playing with my friends on lower rank pugs as well. Here, this is when I would probably choose to aim not at the head, but from mid chest to the neck region, because no one really checks this angle, right? You check this, and you probably check library or this corner or library, and I know for a fact he's gonna swing wide. Now, when you expect your enemy to swing wide, it's better to aim a little lower than the head itself, because if you miss the first 2 bullets while you're aiming at the head, chances are he's gonna have the time to readjust and then again kill you. But if you're aiming at the chest or the upper neck region, sorry, the lower neck region, you're gonna tag him, you're gonna slow him down. It's gonna be difficult for him to aim at you because of the aim punch as well. Even though the aim punch is vastly reduced if you have Kevlar, it's almost non-existent, but it still plays a part. But the most important thing over here is tagging the enemy, because when you tag them, they slow down. When you're hit by a bullet, you slow down. So on an angle like this, especially when you know they're gonna swing wide, or if it's an off angle, that is where they would not expect you to sit. Of course, it doesn't go for all the off angles, but it's a general rule. Try and aim at the chest or the lower neck region, let the recoil do the job, because your chances of hitting the shot, even if it swings wide, are much higher as compared to when you aim at the head. Now, if you're holding this angle, for example, it's a tight angle, he might walk in because they have arch control. You're just trying to mark this. This is where you don't really have to aim at the chest, because he's either going to walk across or he's going to run across. And this is where you can probably aim at the head, because it's much closer compared to the other angle. So it also depends on the distance that you're trying to hold. If you're holding a close angle, you aim at the chest, you're probably an idiot. So if it's medium range, try and aim at the chest or the neck. But if you're holding a very close angle like this, you could aim at the head. Now the third thing I'm going to talk about is the map Recoil Master. Alright, so this is the map Recoil Master. I'm going to drop a link down below in the description for you guys to download this map off the, what's it called, community market? I don't even know what it's called. But nonetheless, I'm going to drop a link down below for you guys to download the map. And so the way it works is you have to follow this green dot when you shoot. And I'll show you guys an example. So this is a reset button. This is the movement lock button, so you can't move around. And this is the show impacts button, so you can see the impacts. But nonetheless, so as you shoot, this green dot moves around, and all you have to do is follow this green dot when you shoot. So what I do is I put it to 3. Since this is because I've been practicing this a lot. But when you start, you should probably start on level 1 or level 2. This is level 1, this is level 2, and this is level 3. Oh, wait, no. This is level 1, level 2, level 3. I put it on level 4. So when you start, just follow the dot. Really easy to control the recoil. I'm not even focusing on the dot because for me, it's kind of become a feeling right now. All of my bullets are... wait, sorry about that. Are inside the circle. So once you master this, you can probably push it to level 1, level 2, and level 3. And I don't recommend going beyond level 3 because it's kind of impractical. And if you want to practice this without the crosshair, just remove the ghost crosshair, it goes away. And here's one more important thing. If you think that this is moving too fast and you need to learn this slowly, there are 2 tips I'm going to give you, 2 really important tips. One is, of course, hold on. Try and separate the entire recoil pattern into different parts. So I usually, every time it changes direction, I try and learn that as a different part. So vertical recoil, and then when it goes left, this is all about timing. So you pull down and then you go left. So try and practice this J for a couple of times. Once you master this, or once you're very comfortable with this, try and learn the second pattern. Once you've done that as well, then try and learn the third pattern. That is how we do it. And apart from that, if you still feel it's a little too fast, you can click on bullet time, and I think it was somewhere around here. Hold on. So the feature I was talking about doesn't seem to be working anymore. But when I started learning the recoil pattern, you could go to bullet time. You could adjust the speed over here, and press your inspect weapon button, and it would actually slow everything down. You'd see the game in slow motion, so it's easier for you to learn the recoil pattern. But nonetheless, that's not really important. Of course, it helps when you want to learn the pattern, and there's this button as well which helps you see the entire recoil pattern or only the next 2 bullets to see as well. But apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. A fairly simple tutorial on how to control your recoil and how to learn all the recoil patterns as well. And once you feel comfortable enough, load up any map and just spray at a wall. And remember, the first 8 bullets are the most important bullets, because if you don't get the kill in the first 8 bullets, you're going to die anyway. Apart from that, one last reminder and one last tip that I'm going to give you guys is the fact that your first shot accuracy really needs to be on point. And this is where your sensitivity comes in as well, because a lot of times a lot of new players have insanely high sensitivity and they're not really used to it. So what you want to do is you want to go into aim boss, and you want to see if you're overshooting or undershooting consistently. So for me, I'm fairly close. So once I'm warmed up, and once I start playing, for me, I can really hit all the shots. So my first shot accuracy is pretty consistent that way. And the reason why I say this is because if you keep on undershooting or overshooting consistently, you'll have to readjust. So imagine this: if I don't hit that shot, but I go out and I shoot over here, and then I have to control my recoil, that's even more difficult. So that is one more step ahead. So spray transfers is going to be something that you'll eventually learn once you've mastered all the recoil patterns and you have that timing ingrained in your muscle memory. But apart from that, just make sure that your sensitivity is pretty nice as well, pretty nice and tight. And the way I found my sensitivity was I just move around and try and keep my crosshair on the head and see how it works out. Move around a bit, back and forth, left to right, and see if it actually works out for you. And try and make it as smooth as possible. But yes, your first shot accuracy has to be on point as well, because you don't want to undershoot or overshoot and then readjust your crosshair. But apart from that, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you guys like the tutorial, please make sure you guys hit the like button and smash that subscribe button as well. And apart from that, I stream every day from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. at night, Indian Standard Time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time.